Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So, good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got some big news for you. In the news yesterday, which was August 27th, special counsel files new indictment against Donald Trump in January 6th case. So we're going to break this down today, and we'll wait for a few people to jump in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey Samantha, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey Mariana, hope you're doing well. Hey Katie. Good to see you. We'll give it a few minutes, let a few people jump in. And then we got a few other things to talk about, a couple stories that happened over the last couple weeks that I want to talk about. So it should be a good show today. Hey Visionary Vet, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Mariana. Hey McCoy, how you doing? Hey Jeffrey, hey Helen, good to see you. Guys, do me a favor, when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. It helps out the algorithm, and it helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. And I really need your help hitting the share button, because as you know, I lost both of my channels about 2 weeks ago at the same time, and we have to restart. So if y'all could share these videos, it would be very much appreciated. Hey Viola, good to see you. Alright guys, we got some people in here. We'll go ahead and get started. Alright guys, just give me a minute to get set up. Alright, that looks pretty good. Thank you, McCoy. I appreciate it. And thank you, everyone that's left me nice comments throughout the last couple weeks. I really appreciate it. Alright, guys, so if you can believe it, we got more Donald Trump indictment news. I know we've done about 1 million of these over the years, but here we go again. And it's the same numbers we always talk about. So, here we go. Special counsel files reworked indictment against Donald Trump in January 6th case. This article from yesterday, August 27th. Alright guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using Gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. So, in the news yesterday, breaking news. Jack Smith files superseding indictment in Donald Trump's federal January 6 case. Special counsel Jack Smith on Tuesday filed a superseding indictment in the election interference case against former President Donald Trump, slimming down the allegations against the 2024 presidential nominee in light of the Supreme Court's immunity ruling. So, the first thing I want to point out, this number 248 with Donald Trump that we've talked about quite a bit over the years. All right? Now, notice in Gematria, superseding indictment equals 248. And this superseding indictment came from Special Counsel Jack Smith, which equals 248. And this is all against President Donald Trump, 48. Now, let's not forget the Illuminati, which was... Actually, let's talk first about the United States. The United States was founded July 4th, 1776, just a few months after the Illuminati. All right? But notice the United States is currently 248 years old. There's that 248 again, okay? So the United States is 248 years old. The Illuminati is also 248 years old right now. Okay? Superseding indictment 248, Special Counsel Jack Smith 248, President Donald Trump 248, America's 248 years old. The Illuminati is 248 years old. Now, speaking of the Illuminati, in Gematria, the Illuminati is 153 and 63, like new indictment is 153 and 63 in the same ciphers. New indictment is also 198 and 72, like President Trump is 198 and 72. We got this news on August 27th, 2024. Donald Trump's next birthday is going to be June 14th, 2025. So we got this news about President Donald Trump 292 days before his birthday, and in Gematria, President Donald Trump equals 292. How about that? Now, have you ever heard me talk about Donald Trump and the number 222? Yes, you have. Well, not on this channel too much because we're just starting out, but we've done over 10,000 videos on YouTube, guys, over the last 5 years, and many of those videos were about Trump and the number 222. So yesterday, the Special Counsel Jack Smith, whose real name is John Lumen Smith, we'll get to that later, but anyways, Jack Smith's birthday is June 5th, okay? So he filed the new indictment yesterday, Jack Smith, 2 months and 22 days after his birthday. The old 222, right? 2 months and 22 days, 222. So number one, Trump equals 222. Donald John Trump Sr., 222. Trump Organization, 222. Order Out of Chaos, 222. And here's just a few examples off the top of my head how important this number 222 has been with Trump over the years. Let's see. Number one, the first U.S. case of COVID, which was in King County, Seattle, was exactly 222 days after Trump's birthday. Calls himself the father of the vaccine, rolled out Operation Warp Speed. Isn't it interesting that the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days after Trump's birthday, when Wuhan coronavirus equals 222 in Gematria? And what are the odds that COVID would be declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020, exactly 222 months after 9/11? Let's not forget Trump made the famous calm before the storm statement exactly 222 days before the Clade X simulation. He also made that calm before the storm statement 888 days before COVID was declared a pandemic. Donald J. Trump equals 888. B System 888. The Art of the Deal 888. The Synagogue of Satan 888. But anyways, back to the 222. Let's not forget Ivana Trump died 222 days from her birthday. Trump's sister died 222 days from her birthday. See how Trump Organization equals 222? Remember when Donald Trump took the stand exactly 222 days from his birthday, in the 222-page lawsuit that was filed against the Trump Organization from Letitia James? How about when Donald Trump was found guilty in the hush money trial, 222 days from Alvin Bragg's birthday, the Manhattan DA? Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, 7th King Trump equals 222. Don't forget, Trump is the 7th king from Revelation 17. Obama is the 6th and the 8th king. The 8th king is of the 7 and goeth into perdition. That's Obama, the son of perdition. Don't forget, the Antichrist, Barack Obama, equals 222. Obama tested positive for COVID 222 days after his birthday. The word beast equals 222. The beast of Revelation, 222. Antichrist system, 222. I could go on, but that's just off the top of my head. I don't think it's all a coincidence. So anyways, we're always talking about Trump and the 222. And yeah, Jack Smith filed a new indictment against Trump 2 months and 22 days after his birthday. What are the odds? Now let's look at that word indictment. Notice indictment is a perfect match to Donald Trump. Indictment is 48, 159, and 60. Donald Trump, 48, 159, and 60. So, indictment, perfect match to Donald Trump, and 3 out of the 4. And I'm pretty sure Donald Trump's had more indictments than any president in, probably world history. Not just U.S. history, but I'm willing to bet Donald Trump's right up there for the most indictments ever by a world leader. And, I'm sure it's a coincidence that indictment equals Donald Trump, right? Now, how about the word indicted? Indicted, 68, Donald J. Trump, 68. Indicted, 148, Donald J. Trump, 148. Indicted, 49, Donald J. Trump, 49. So look at that. Indicted equals Donald Trump in 3 ciphers. Indictment. Indictment equals Donald Trump in 3 ciphers. And indicted equals Donald J. Trump in 3 ciphers. Wow. New indictment against Donald Trump in the January 6th and election subversion case. Okay, so this is about January 6th, right? Well, check this out. If we go from yesterday's news, which is August 27th, to the January 6th anniversary, which would be January 6, 2025, well, you'll see that we got that news 132 days before the January 6th anniversary. And look at that. Election subversion case equals 132. I mean, you couldn't script it any better. For me, that's unbelievable and undeniable, right? 132 days before the January 6th anniversary, election subversion case 132. Now, if you include the end date, right? If you include the end date, you'd have 133 days before the January 6th anniversary, which is also important because election is 133, president 133, White House 133, government 133. Now, we're always talking about the number 56 on this channel. All right. So what are the odds that we would get this new indictment on August 27th, 2024, exactly 56 weeks and 0 days after the first indictment, which was August 1st, 2023. Trump indicted in Special Counsel's 2020 election interference probe. On August 1st, 2023, a grand jury indicted Trump in the District of Columbia, U.S. District Court, on 4 charges for his conduct following the 2020 presidential election through the January 6th Capitol attack. Okay? So you're telling me we get this news yesterday, exactly 56 weeks and 0 days after the first indictment for the same thing. Now, wasn't the January 6th Capitol attack in Washington, D.C., right? Notice how Washington, D.C. equals 56. Don't forget Freemasons equals 56. Masonic ritual equals 56. All-Seeing Eye, 56. And notice Society of Jesus equals 56. And if you're new here, Society of Jesus is the official name of the Jesuit order. And the Jesuit order is the religious order of the Catholic Church, all right? And the head of the Catholic Church is Pope Francis, who we're going to talk about in a second. But first, notice New Indictment is 153 and 72, like Jesuit order, 153-72. Remember, the official name of the Jesuit order, Society of Jesus, which equals 56, like Washington, D.C., 56. We got this indictment exactly 56 weeks after the first indictment for the same thing. It's undeniable, right? So New Indictment equals Jesuit order in 2 ciphers. Now, we just talked about the Pope, right? He's the head of the Catholic Church. He's also a member of the Jesuit order, Pope Francis. So we got this news yesterday about the election subversion case on August 27th, the Pope's birthday, December 17th. So we got this news yesterday, 255 days after the Pope's birthday, and look at that, election subversion case equals 255. Couldn't script it any better. All right, all connected to the Pope, yet again, right? Now, look at these numbers. Where have we seen these numbers before? Like I told you earlier, the real name of Jack Smith is actually John Lumen Smith, and I've pointed this out years ago, but let's talk about it again. Notice these numbers that we talk about almost every single day. John Lumen Smith, 177-201, like the Jesuit order, 177-201. Now don't forget, New World Order is also 177. Whoops, I'm getting a phone call. Let me hang up there, sorry. John Lumen Smith, 177, the Jesuit order, 177, New World Order, 177. Now let's look at the 201. John Lumen Smith, 201, the Jesuit order, 201. The full name of the Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis. His real name is Jorge Mario Bergoglio, which equals 201. Remember, the Pope lives in Suite 201. He lives at the Domus Sancte Marte, which equals 201. The founder of the Jesuit order is Ignatius of Loyola, which equals 201. Remember, Event 201, the pandemic simulation, main sponsor, William Henry Gates, which equals 201. Remember, we just had the Microsoft outage on the 201st day of the year, right? Who founded Microsoft? William Henry Gates, all right? Remember those Georgia Guidestones? The Georgia Guidestones went down 201 days after the Pope's birthday. The Guidestones are built under the alias R.C. Christian. R.C. Christian is a perfect match to Pope Francis. Remember the first celebrity with COVID? Tom Hanks. And when he mentioned he had COVID, he also mentioned that he was losing in gin rummy by 201 points. Right? Don't forget the son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. That old serpent, 201. Event 201, held on 10:18. Like Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Barack means lightning. Obama means the heights, so Barack Obama means lightning from the heights, kind of like Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Heaven the heights. Now don't forget about preparing for disease X, the other pandemic simulation. That was exactly 201 weeks after COVID was declared a pandemic, and it was exactly 201 days before Obama's birthday. Don't forget, we just had monkeypox declared a global health emergency exactly 201 days before Tedros' birthday, the director for the WHO. Don't forget, when he made that announcement, it was also exactly 201 years and 201 days after Edward Jenner died, the guy who created the world's first vaccine to battle the smallpox virus, which equals 201. Don't forget, according to the Edward Jenner Institute, that some vaccines contain a chimpanzee adenoviral, which equals 201. The list goes on. 201. Huge number. But yeah, John Lumen Smith, 177 and 201, like the Jesuit Order 177201. We got this news on August 27th. Donald Trump's birthday is June 14th. So he got the new indictment from John Lumen Smith 75 days after his birthday. Look at that. John Lumen Smith, 75. That's the full name of Jack Smith. Catholic Church, 75, to go with the Jesuit connection. Order Out of Chaos, 75, and New World Order, 75. Now, back to the birthday of Jack Smith, a.k.a. John Lumen Smith. His birthday is June 5th. We got this news yesterday, 83 days after his birthday. And it says Jack Smith is still going to prosecute Trump for election subversion. Well, what if I told you election and election subversion, they both equaled 83? Because they do. Election 83, election subversion 83. And we just happened to get this news 83 days after the birthday of the guy leading the whole thing, right? John Lumen Smith, Jack Smith. Now, this is my decode from the first indictment for the January 6th. This was August 1st, 2023. Trump indicted on charges out of special counsel probe into January 6th. All right. This is the second federal indictment Trump faces out of special counsel Jack Smith's investigation. Okay, so we got this indictment for the January 6th insurrection, right? We got this news on August 1st, 2023. And I pointed out back then that, hey, isn't it interesting that we get this indictment for the insurrection with Donald Trump 159 days before the January 6th anniversary, considering that Donald Trump is 159, indictment's 159, and insurrection's 159, all in the same cipher. Don't you think that's a little suspect? You're telling me August 1st, 2023, Donald Trump had an indictment for the insurrection 159 days before the anniversary of the insurrection, and all that's a coincidence? I don't think so. Donald Trump, indictment, insurrection, they're all 159. We got that indictment 159 days before the January 6th anniversary. All right, that is it for that one, guys. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. And you guys know I've been gone for the last 2 weeks, which has kind of hurt me a little bit. But if you guys could help me out, it would really make a big difference, even if it's just $1, $5, anything you guys could help with. I would really appreciate it. Got PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. You can also mail me anything you'd like. And thank you very much to everyone who does support. You guys are amazing. And thank you guys for keeping me here on YouTube full-time for the last 5 years. And without you guys, I literally would not be able to do this, because as you know, I'm not monetized by YouTube, which means I don't make a dime from YouTube. Never have. In 5 years, over 10,000 videos, not made 1 penny from YouTube. So thank you guys so much for keeping me going all these years. All right, let's run through this really quick, like a super duper quick recap for anyone that came in late. And then I got a few other little stories I want to talk about, and then we'll turn this around. All right, so here we go. Special counsel files reworked indictment against Donald Trump in January 6th case. So we pointed out that special counsel Jack Smith equals 248, and this is a superseding indictment, which equals 248. President Donald Trump equals 248. America is 248 years old. The Illuminati is 248 years old right now. New indictment, 15363, like the Illuminati, 15363. New indictment, 19872, like President Trump, 19872. We got the news 292 days before Trump's birthday, President Donald Trump, 292. We got the news 2 months and 22 days after the birthday of Jack Smith, right? 2 months, 22 days for 222. Trump equals 222. Donald John Trump Sr. 222. Trump Organization 222. Don't forget 7th King Trump 222. And then I went through all the examples with Trump and the 222, right? And if you want to hear all those examples, you'll just have to go back. It was too many to repeat. Indictment, perfect match to Donald Trump in 3 out of the 4. Indicted equals Donald J. Trump in 3 ciphers. We got this news 132 days before the January 6th anniversary election subversion case 132. And if you include the end date, it's 133 days before the anniversary election, president, White House, government. They're all 133. We're always talking about 56, and we got this news yesterday, 56 weeks after the first indictment for the same thing, which happened in Washington, D.C., 56, Society of Jesus, 56. That's the official name of the Jesuit order. Jesuit order 15372, like new indictment, 15372. And the Pope, he's a member of the Jesuit order. He's the head of the Catholic Church. We got the news 255 days after the Pope's birthday. Election subversion case 255. John Lumen Smith, a.k.a. Jack Smith, his name equals the Jesuit order in 2 ciphers. John Lumen Smith, 75, like Catholic Church 75. We got this news 75 days after Trump's birthday. And we got the news 83 days after Jack Smith's birthday. Election 83, election subversion 83. And then this was the first indictment for the January 6th insurrection, and that came on August 1st, 2023, 159 days before the January 6th anniversary. Donald Trump, indictment, insurrection, they're all 159 in the same cipher. All right, let's see what else I got for you. All right, just a couple little stories here that I worked on while I was out of town. And we had this story. Manhunt on for Ronald Lee Sivrud, who threatened to kill Donald Trump. All right, and check out his name. Ronald Lee Sivrud 195. Well, that's interesting, because we've been talking a lot about Trump and the number 195 ever since the fake assassination attempt on... See, that's probably why I keep losing my channel for saying stuff like that, but I can't seem to censor myself. I can't sit here and spell out F-A-K-E-A-S, you know what I mean? I can't do it. So I'm just going to keep being me, and I'll have to make 100 channels, I guess. Oh well. Anyways... that fake assassination attempt where Trump never got shot in the ear, that was on July 13th, the 195th day of the year, like Ronald Lee Sivrud 195, the guy who now wants to kill Donald Trump. And then remember, some guy was allegedly killed in the crowd named Corey Comparator, which equaled 195 on the 195th day of the year, and he was killed at the Trump shooting, which equals 195, right? And then Trump head wound 195, and I showed you guys how they're basically using Revelation 13:3 symbolism for what happened that day. Remember the whole verse, Revelation 13:3, about the beast who gets the deadly head wound and recovers. That whole verse equals 1,086, and the shooter, Thomas Crooks, was exactly 1,086 weeks old. Don't forget, Thomas Crooks equals Donald J. Trump in multiple ciphers. Don't forget the shooter's birthday. What was it? 9/20/03, which is the 8,888th prime number. Trump equals 88. Trump was shot 88 months after the Snoop Dogg video Lavender. Trump equals 88. Remember Back to the Future? They got to reach 88 miles per hour. Biff represents Trump. Donnie Darko, set in the year 88, and the numbers on Donnie J. Darko's arm, they add up to 88. Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays Donnie Darko, Jake Gyllenhaal's full name equals 88. You got the raid on Mar-a-Lago, August 8th, 88. Trump's number to text, 88022. You know, the list goes on with Trump and the 88s. But, oh, let's not forget, remember how they tried to blame the whole thing on the Secret Service director, Kimberly Cheadle? Remember she had to resign and all that? Well, let's not forget Trump got shot in the ear, allegedly, exactly 666 days after the director of the Secret Service assumed office. So, 666 days after she started her job, Trump got shot in the ear because she dropped the ball, right? Let's see, what else? Trump was shot, or he was grazed, right? He was grazed 29 days after his birthday. Trump equals 29, grazed equals 29, gunman 29. He was shot exactly 48 weeks before his birthday. Trump shot equals 48. Donald Trump equals 48. Trump rally 48. I think there's some 48s I'm missing, but anyways, that's just off the top of my head. The whole thing was staged and by the numbers. All right, then we got this news. RFK Jr. suspends presidential campaign and endorses Trump. Well, the birthday of RFK is January 17th, so he dropped out and endorsed Trump 148 days before his birthday. Look at that, Donald J. Trump, 148. So 148 days before his birthday, like Donald J. Trump, 148, but it was 220 days after his birthday, and Donald John Trump is 220. I mean, wow, you couldn't script it any better. And then we have this little story. Who is Kamala Harris's combative Marxist economist father? Donald J. Harris. Kind of like Donald J. Trump, right? I'm sure that's another coincidence. Just like Donnie J. Darko and Donnie Darko. But anyways, remember, if they highlight it in quotation marks, it's coded, right? So see how they highlight combative Marxist economist? And we're talking about Kamala Harris here, right? And isn't it interesting that combative Marxist economist equals 152 when we're always talking about Kamala Devi Harris and the number 152? Notice Kamala Devi Harris, 152, female president, 152. We had the episode of The Simpsons, Bart to the Future, where Lisa Simpson looked a lot like Kamala Harris at the inauguration with the purple jacket, the pearl necklace, and the pearl earrings. So anyways, that episode of The Simpsons called Bart to the Future, that aired March 19th, 2000. That was 152 days after the birthday of Kamala Devi Harris, which equals 152, like female president 152. And then remember when they told Joe Biden to pass the torch to Kamala Harris, and Joe Biden equals 152, and pass the torch equals 152. And when Joe Biden passed the torch and dropped out of the race and endorsed Kamala Harris, he just happened to do that exactly 15 weeks and 2 days before the election, 152. Now back to pass the torch. Who carried the torch for the United States at the Olympics? Was it Snoop Dogg? Yes, it was. Did you know Snoop Dogg equals Kamala Harris in multiple ciphers? Yes, it does. But on top of that, did you know they have the same birthday? Kamala Harris and Snoop Dogg have the same birthday, October 20th. Now don't forget, October 20th, 1964, that's the day Kamala Harris was born. That's also the same day that Herbert Hoover died. October 20th, 1964. So why does that matter? Because we had the Gerald Ford prediction. The Gerald Ford prediction in the Herbert Hoover Library about the first female president. Remember, he said she wouldn't be elected. Something would happen to the male president. He'd have a female vice president, right? So anyways, he made that statement in the Herbert Hoover Library. Herbert Hoover died October 20th, 1964, the same day Kamala Harris was born. And yes, that is also Snoop Dogg's birthday, October 20th. Now, here's the other part about Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover's birthday was the 222nd day of the year, day number 222. We talked about that number with Trump and Obama. Well, 222 is also a big number with Kamala. Okay? President Kamala Harris equals 222. President Harris equals 222. Harris for president equals 222. Vice President Harris equals 222. And Herbert Hoover was born on the 222nd day of the year. Now, you also had the wrestler Kamala, right? He died just 2 days before Kamala Harris was picked as the VP running mate. And he died on a leap year, August 9th, 2020, which was the 222nd day of the year. All right, his name was Kamala, the wrestler. His last name was Harris. His name was James Harris, which equals 49, like Kamala Harris 49, like Kamala Harris is the 49th vice president, like lotus flower equals 49. Kamala means lotus flower. If you didn't know, Kamala Harris is the lotus flower, an iPet goat too that Obama's looking at. Okay, Kamala is going to be the new front person for Obama. Okay, just like Joe Biden was. Remember, Obama had the interview with Stephen Colbert. I'd love to have a third term with a front man or a front woman, where I could be down in the basement in my sweats, kind of delivering the lines through an earpiece to my front man or front woman. That would be awesome. Right? And now it's happening. But let's see, what else with the wrestler Kamala? Remember, the wrestler Kamala, he died 2 months and 12 days from his birthday. He died 2 months and 12 days from her birthday. And Kamala Harris equals 212. How do you explain that? Also, their last name Harris, right? Harris equals 73. He died 73 days from his birthday. And he died 73 days from her birthday. Harris 73, sacrifice 73, ritual sacrifice 73. But anyways, I got off topic. I was talking about the number 152. Alright, so let's get back on track. They called her dad combative Marxist economist 152. That episode of The Simpsons was 152 days after her birthday. Kamala Devi Harris 152, female president 152. They told Joe Biden to pass the torch. Joe Biden, 152, passed the torch, 152. Snoop Dogg carried the torch at the Olympics. Snoop Dogg equals Kamala Harris. Snoop Dogg and Kamala have the same birthday. Okay? And Joe Biden passed the torch to Kamala 15 weeks and 2 days before the election. He dropped out and endorsed Kamala. Okay? Now notice how colonoscopy is 152. Why is that on the list? Well, if you remember, when Joe Biden transferred power to Kamala Harris for a short period of time, that was because Joe Biden had a colonoscopy. That's why he transferred power to Kamala Harris. And notice colonoscopy, 152. And then, the same day that Biden dropped out of the race and endorsed Kamala Harris, which was July 21st, 2024, that same day, this golfer, Xander Schauffele, which equals 152, he just happened to win the 152nd Open Championship, and his name is a perfect match to Kamala Devi Harris in 3 ciphers, and there were all kinds of other connections between him and Kamala. But anyways, just going to stick to the 152 for now. So anyways, guys, just wanted to point that out. Combative Marxist economist, a new 152 to add to the list. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Those little stories there, the new Trump indictment. And there are a lot of stories I missed over the last 2 weeks, but I was very busy. And we're back on track now. This is my first live in 2 weeks. And the goal is to be live, if not every day, several times a week. And that will be the plan now. So hopefully, we're back on track, and you never know. Maybe we'll have another live stream tomorrow, hopefully. But even if there's not a live stream, there's always new videos pretty much every day. But yeah, we're back, we're on track, and we're rolling. All right, let's go ahead and turn this around and check in with the chat. I think that's all I got for you right now. Yeah, that's what I got for now. All right, let's turn this around. All right, let me check in with the chat. Hey, Cable X, good to see you. Hey, Melody. Hey, Duck. Hey, Visionary Vet. Hey, Elena. Hey, Mary. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Sue. Hey, Jules, good to see you. Hey, Betty. Jules, if you leave a new comment, I can make you a moderator again. Everybody lost a wrench when I lost my my channels. By the way, again, they deleted my channels for absolutely no reason. I mean, I know the reason. You know, it's because I'm calling out this stuff. But yeah, you guys know, in order to lose your channel, you have to get 3 strikes in a 90-day period. My main channel, which had almost 19,000 subs, it had only 1 strike. And then the backup channel, which had over 4,000 subs, had 0 strikes. So between the 2 channels, I only had 1 strike, and they didn't even give me a reason. There was no specific video. All they said in the email, I got 2 separate emails for both channels. They were both deleted at the exact same time, and it said, your channels have been terminated for, how do they word it? Basically, too many violations of community standards. You know, it was something like that. It was like constant violation of community standards, something like that. But again, I only had the 1 strike between 2 channels, so it is what it is. A lot of people have told me to go to BitChute and Rumble. I've been on BitChute for like 4 years. It's horrible there. I still have the BitChute. I upload there occasionally. Also Rumble. I've had a Rumble for over a year. It's also horrible. YouTube is still going to be the best bet because everybody's phone has YouTube, and it's just what people watch. So I'll be here on YouTube forever until I'm dead or raptured. And you know, like I said, I might have to create 100 channels. That's okay. We'll keep going. So just keep up with the backup channels. Make sure you're subscribed, which I should probably do right now. Probably show you guys all the other channels I have going, so you guys can be there when this happens again, which it will. It's only a matter of time. Okay, let me turn this around. Yeah, that is true. I was terminated. Both my channels were deleted 2 months and 22 days after my birthday. And you guys know I'm always talking about the number 222. It's the whole reason I started my channel. So that could be part of the organic matrix, or that could have been like a personal shot. Like, hey, we're gonna delete your channel 2 months and 22 days after your birthday. You know. Okay, here's what I want to show you. Let's see. Let's find some backup channels. So if we just type in Acquaviva with the 4 2s. Now see, if you type in my name, this channel comes up, which is not my main channel right now. Last I checked, I still can't go live from this channel for some reason. What happened, I tried to verify my identity to go live, and I tried to send like a short video clip, is what they have you do. And they connected me to the channel that they just terminated. And they're like, oh, we recognize your face. Yeah, you can't go live for like 2 months over here. So who knows about that channel. But yeah, make sure you subscribe there, because this is my #1 backup channel right now. So with the blue shirt and 1.24K. All right. And then if we go down a little bit, you'll see this channel, which we're on right now. Alright, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel you're on now. And then I have this channel, I guess would be my second backup channel, which has 288 subscribers, so make sure you find that one. Alright, and then let's see, what else? Let's see what happens if you type in my wife's name. because the channel we're on right now, my wife was nice enough to give me. So that's why if you type in Katie Acquaviva, that channel comes up. Yeah, this is another one of my backup channels, okay? So what we're doing, I'm having my wife create the channels for me. That way she can verify her identity, because they don't have an issue with her yet. And after we establish those channels, we're going to change the pictures and the name to me. All right, so this is like my fourth backup channel here, Katie Acquaviva. All right, but it's actually me. All right, so make sure you find that one too. Okay, find Katie Acquaviva. And then if I'm pretty sure my wife, if I can find her here, is going by Katie Rose right now. Let's see if we can find her. No, not yet. Well, tell you what I'll do, since we can't seem to find her just through Katie Rose, I will, when I get done with this, there she is right there, I think. So this is her, but it's hard to find, so I'll share one of her posts to the community section, or I'll just leave her link, and that way you guys can find her. Because again, she was nice enough to give me her channel and let me take over. So if anybody liked her post and wants to keep up with her, make sure you go find her new channel. But yeah, guys, that's it. All those backups, and just make sure you're subscribed. All right. Or if you're in the chat, there she is right there in the chat. So you can just click her picture and find her channel. Alright, guys. Oh, Jules, if you want to leave a new comment, I can make you a new moderator. I forgot to do that. For some reason, it only lets me click on new comments to make a moderator. Alright, there you go, Jules. Alright, guys, well, that's what I got for you for now. Does anybody have any questions or anything to add? Let me know. If not, we will wrap it up, and we'll see what happens in the news today, and we'll go from there. But yeah, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys for being part of the channel. I really appreciate it. And especially with all the stuff I'm going through, the rebuilding of my channel, and what happened with my dad over the last week. It's been a rough couple weeks here, but you know, we're gonna make it. God's in control, and it's all in God's hands. God's gonna handle all this, so it's all gonna be okay. But yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks, but we're back finally. Feels good to be back, and hopefully we can get on track now. Amen. God will provide. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll leave it there for this one. Please do me a favor, guys. On the way out, please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And like I said earlier, I could really use your help with the shares, because I'm trying to rebuild. So if you could share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got, very much appreciated. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.